video. I don't always video it, but I have to once a day, and you guys are the lucky class that gets to be with my remote students today. So I'm taking magenta, mixing it with white, and right now I want to keep my brush moving. So remember how fast that lady was moving. And once I get done with that magenta, and I might just put in a couple lines of darker paint. Guys, watch here, because you're going to have to do this. Now I have to clean my brush before I move on to the next color, okay? Otherwise I'm going to get, I might get a muddy combination. So I'm going to put in my yellow here, and again I'm going to add a little white because I love white. I want my brush to be just a teeny bit wet. Now I'm going to start over painting onto my pink with my yellow. So remember, over painting is when we paint a lighter color onto a dark. Oops, I accidentally put a little bit there. And then I'm going to get a little bit of pink and work it up into my yellow. So I'm doing a little bit of both, okay? So the key is to keep moving, and then when I'm relatively happy with it, I'm just going to let it go for a minute because I don't want to overwork my painting. Now notice I did not add much water here, and that's just because I didn't need to. But if your paint's getting sticky, you could get a teeny bit of water, but wipe it off on the edge of your water dish, because you don't want this to end up looking like watercolors. You want it to be thick like acrylics. Does that make sense? Okay, and I might just pull a little bit of thin pink paint here. Now I want to wipe my brush again, dry it on my towel, and I'm going to mix some violet. I'm going to do that, and I'm going to get some more pink paint because I kind of accidentally covered mine with yellow. So if you need more of a certain color, just ask and I'll get that for you. I forgot I had these other colors, so I thought it'd be fun to do a project with some bright colors. So I'm going to mix a little bit of blue. Remember, we always take a little bit of the dark and add it to the light. And I'm just going to mix quite a bit of it. About half my pink I'm going to turn into violet. Again, I'm going to dip that into some white, and I'm going to paint my sky with that violet. Some people like theirs to be really dark violet. Some people, my first one was just blue, and I do like to mix. You'll notice I don't mix my colors a lot. I kind of like to leave a little bit of white showing, a little bit of blended color showing. And then under our violet, they added more pink, so I'm going to add more white with that magenta. And blend, blend, blend. I could get a teeny bit of water, but I'm going to wipe it off because I don't want to turn this into a watercolor. Like I said, I just want it to be nice and fluid. And blending is one of the hardest things to do with acrylics, much harder than watercolor. Now I'm going to do one more blend, and that's I'm going to clean my brush off, and I'm going to overpaint my yellow up into the top. And I'm actually really happy with this blend. Hey, Mr. Bostic.
I've seen it on the TV.
Oh, shoot. I forgot to change cameras. You guys don't tell me anything. Thanks, Mr. Bostic. Sorry, Kyler. I should have listened to you.
Kyler's emotional on these days.
Anyways, here's how blend looks. Did you enjoy listening to my narration of that? It was really tense. All right. Well, there's my blend. Okay, what's the next step? Mountains. So I'm going to use my flat brush again, wipe it off, and remember, did our artist use straight black?
No.
Nope, so I'm going to add a little bit of the black to the blue, and I'm going to go right here, wherever I want that horizon line, using the side of my brush. And then we might want to think about, what mountains do you guys see a lot?
No. Denali.
You see Denali a lot?
I live somewhere where you see Denali.
Cool. Wow. I'm not going to go with Denali today. But I do see Mount Spur and Mount Redoubt quite a bit. But I drive to Kenai every day. So I might, instead of doing the flat mountains like they did in the movie, try to make a little bit more Alaska-y mountains. You know, maybe a volcano, maybe try and get that, you know, some of those. And this is where I got to add just a little bit of water to keep my paint fluid, but not too much, right? Got to try and hurry so you guys have time. All right. What was after the mountains? Oh, somebody got it. So what do I want to remember with the reflection? Yeah, barely any paint, right? And a little bit of water. Okay, and then our little bitty boat, if we want it.
Can they hear us? Or is it just recording?
They can hear us, yep. Okay, and then I'm gonna do a little bit of white on this to make the reflection. And then you can even do a little bit of white in your mountains here if you want, like for a reflection. And then the birds, guys, just like a teeny bit, because people overdo birds a lot. So make them itty bitty teeny, barely touching your paper. And then if you want, you can do like a rock in the foreground here.
So we're drawing this.
You're painting it.
Same, yeah. We're like doing this.
Yeah.
Because I saw that and I was like, that looks really cool. I'm gonna copy that.
Okay. So that's my tips. I wish you guys would have seen my the first part, but there we go.